Yeah? Yes. I'm just getting my jacket on. What's that from?
My car. I'm gonna dump it and recycle it.
Got my wallet. I want to give you a big hug before we leave, okay? You talk in the car, okay?
And Robin will be able to explain to you about what happened today.
Let's talk in the car. I'm so sorry, Mom. This is hard. I'm sorry. I was crying too. A little bit. Let's go.
You know, someone took the sticker off the door.
Yeah.
So it's kind of 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. When they did the breathing trial thing, she was able to breathe on her own for about 2.5 hours. And so they decided to take out her tube, ventilator. She did fine for about 15 minutes and then she was struggling to breathe. So they put her on.
God.
Yeah. And it's not because of the illness, because they've treated the pneumonia, they've treated the blood infection. So what is causing this breathing problems now is weakness, that she's not strong enough to cough, so phlegm stuff gets stuck in her lungs and then it gets hard for her to breathe.
God.
And when they took her off the ventilator, they put, I don't know if you ever go into hospital and you see little nasal thingy, the oxygen thingy in your nose. They did that for a bit, but then she was struggling with that, so they had to give her a face mask thing at 100% oxygen, which means she was not breathing on her own anymore after that. And they were saying that they could re-intubate her. However, that's just going to cause her to be become more weak in a longer recovery. So it's just kind of prolonging her mom's suffering. And there's another option called a tracheotomy, I think, where they do a little surgical procedure and cut a hole in your neck and put in a breathing tube, but then you're stuck on a portable vent thing. And because of mom's condition now and her being so frail, the doctors don't think she will survive on that, because she will need long-term facility care, like going into a not necessarily a nursing home, but a rehab home where everybody's taking care of her and she's only in her bed and she can't do anything that she loves. And so that goes against her wishes of, she only wants to be treated for this kind of stuff if she has a good quality of life afterwards. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If she can go back to doing what she likes to do in the cottage, you know, gardening, watching TV with us, sleeping in her own bed, you know, going for strolls in her scooter, going to see movies with us. It's still too early, but Robin and I have a strong gut feeling that is over. So the way that she's breathing now, she can maybe do through the night, but they can't leave her on that sort of oxygen for days at a time because it will cause some sort of problem with the lungs. And Robin could explain it better than I can. It will cause some sort of damage to the lungs and just make mom suffer more. Robin and Carrie were mom's healthcare proxies. Do you know what a healthcare proxy is?
No.
It is when a person has written up a advocate type will for when they're in the hospital and they can't make their own decisions. They're on a breathing tube or they're incapacitated, as it means, where they cannot make their own decisions. They will name someone in this form, in the papers, to speak for them. And since Carrie's not here, Robin is in charge of all mom's medical decisions. And mom is what they call a partial DNR, which is a do not resuscitate. So if Nana was to all of a sudden have a heart attack and stopped breathing and went into cardiac arrest, there's a do not resuscitate where she would not want CPR done. Because in her condition and what she's been going through with her kidneys, if she had a heart attack or a stroke at this point, her aftercare would be not good quality of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hospice came in to talk with us today. Do you know what hospice is?
No.
Hospice is comfort care for a loved one when they're passing away. So one or two things is going to happen. One, when the doctors feel like mom's ready, they can slowly wean her off that oxygen mask and see how she does on her own. And she might surprise everybody and breathe on her own and fight through this. But she will continue to remain very, very weak and will need outside rehab care. Or she will not be able to breathe on her own. And eventually that will cause her oxygen levels to drop far enough that she'll either go into cardiac arrest, which is a heart attack, or be uncomfortable with the breathing. And hospice care is when the group team will come in and give her medications to keep her comfortable as she's passing away. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So right now, Robin was going to go home today, but she's changed her mind. She's going to wait because literally the next 24 hours are the most critical. We will know within the next day, tomorrow, or Friday at the latest, which way this is going to go.
Shit.
Because when someone can't rely on breathing on their own anymore, that's Red Lobster. Or they don't want to be retubed, which we can't ask mom because mom's not really been, well, where is the door to get in? We can't really know what she wants because she's not been able to acknowledge to us what she wants. We don't know, but Robin has decided to. Where is the door to get in? To not retube her, not put her back on the ventilator. So then that would mean if she cannot breathe on her own, I'm letting you go. If she cannot breathe on her own, it may not be right away, right that second, but that would mean she's gonna pass away. So, like I said, the next 24 to 48 hours are gonna be very. I'm trying to see if I can park in a handicap spot. Yeah. So, yeah, I've been wondering maybe you coming tomorrow, but I know you wouldn't want to be there all day. And you may. Now, she can. Earlier today, when I had you talk to her, you couldn't see her, but she had the biggest smile and grin on her face. And she, even though she wasn't ready to talk after the tube was out, but when she heard your voice and you were talking to her, she was trying to say I love you. It was raspy, but I heard her say it. And I was able to give her a hug goodbye because they had her sitting up because you can breathe easier when you're sitting up.
Mm-hmm.
And I kissed her forehead, and I couldn't see it, but Ryman said that Mom was trying to blow me kisses.
Let's go inside.
Okay, go. Hang on a second. I just want to make sure I got my credit card.